Okay, hello everyone. Good evening. Okay, let's see. Let's continue. I'm kind of lost track of where we are. Did he say he talked about lie? I don't remember that. This doesn't make sense. This is unfamiliar to me. Shrimp, I remember that. No, we never talked about lie. So should start from 85.
Like 虾米似的，虾，你看那个虾米shrimp，那就这么样子，这样子，不要弄那个样子就可以。这个一切都要，所以方才我说，也不要欺骗世界，也不要欺骗人，也不要欺骗自己。
So, I just said, do not lie. Do not lie to the world. Do not lie to other people. Also, do not lie to yourself.
总而言之，做事情做得很，你只要修法，怎么样都可以的。
All in all, when you do things, as long as you're cultivating the Dharma, you can do anything.
Okay, let me just stop here. Oh no. Did I do this? This is the wrong place. Anyway, so back on slide 85 here. The master said something that's I'm not sure how I never heard the Chinese masters or Vietnamese masters or other masters talk about this. But he stressed in his teachings when he brought it to America that we shouldn't lie. So he said here, do not lie to the world. Do not lie to other people. Do not lie to yourself. Okay? This is a very important point that worth stressing. And this is, you might say, this is very important for us, especially in this Dharma ending age, where lying is an accepted practice. We lie to our customers, we lie to our spouses, we lie to whenever we need to, okay? And that is, it's like I look at family members and see how they look at the mother, for example, expect her to lie, and they accept it. Okay, the children look at the mothers, the grown-up children look at the mothers and expect them to lie, expect her to lie. And it seems to me that this is a unspoken rule that is okay, that we accept that others people lie to us, to the point where people out there, worldly people out there, when they have this, they walk around this attitude that you're trying to pull my leg, right? I mean, that's what they expect you to do. Am I correct in that sense? Even like people I know for a long time, and they, not a left-form person. My friends who I know for a long time, and I never realized it until recently. It's sort of like the attitude is that you lie, right? I mean, to protect yourself, to make your point, you lie in order to get what you want. It's like, I mean, and these are successful people, and they expect that to be the norm. And to me, it's shocking. And if your relationship is not built on truth, then you're a worthless person. You cannot be trusted. Who's going to trust you? You lie constantly, you manipulate people constantly. How can you be trusted? And that's why the world is being destroyed, because no one trusts each other, because we can't. Questions or comments? I find it deplorable. And that's how we live, that's how you live. It's sad. Yeah. Okay? Because fundamentally, I repeat, if you want to have a relationship with others, you should not lie. That relationships, good relationships, stable relationships, cannot be built on lies. Regardless, if your family members don't love you enough that you feel compelled to lie in order to protect yourself, they cannot accept you with your imperfections, with your weaknesses, to the point where you need to make pretenses, then there's no more trust at all. You'll be very lonely, because you can't trust anyone. You can't depend on anyone. To me, it's sad. It's a sad way to live. Questions or comments? Yes, 6.
Yes, Master, I agree with you. I think people. I'm trying to think how to phrase this right. People who think they're better than others, they feel lying is part of being very savvy. And I was shocked when I heard some people lying, and I even confronted them. I said, so you really said something negative about somebody else, but that's not what really happened. And then the response was, well, why? Well, they should have done this instead. And I was going to confront them. It was my mother. So I was a little shocked.
Wait. Your mother lied to you?
Well, she lied to me about a situation, and then she expected me to speak on her behalf because, she's 94, and she can't hear very well on the phone.
See.
So here I go, representing my mom.
So you ended up lying on her behalf too?
I didn't know I thought I was telling the truth.
So the lie here propagates down the line.
And I
she lied
didn't
to
even
you,
know.
and therefore you misrepresented her, and therefore you also lied to others on her behalf.
And I didn't even know it.
I see. Oh, that is.
It was
shocking.
horrible.
It is so shocking. I mean, I can see why it's upsetting that if you look at it, why your own mother would need to lie to you, or the people you love would need to lie to you. Okay, what if? Let me take a step further. What if God lies to you? I mean, someone you respect lies to you. You look up to, that someone is like perfect to you. Gandhi or something, or the Pope or something. What if they lie to you? Huh? Let's talk with someone, like a you Buddhist. The Dalai Lama lies to you, the Pope lies to you, or the Prophet lies to you, or someone you really idolize lies to you. Your idol, for example, what's his name now? The Taiwanese American born, but it's very famous in China. What's his name again? Oh God! You guys don't follow the news, Chinese news? He's an idol. He's like born here, went to Berkeley, and he's very famous in China. Wan Li Hong, there you go. Thank you. So Chinese. He's really popular amongst the Chinese, he's like their idols. And he's caught lying all these years. Anyway, and so President Xi Jinping had to make a comment, and if you're an idol, you're supposed not to represent the facts, therefore you don't deserve your notoriety anymore. Shocking. Yeah, what if your idol lies to you? What if God lies to you? We skip the line a little bit and let the Catholic answer first. 5. Because we want him to be warm and offended.
For example, if the Pope ever lies, it wouldn't make any difference on me, like, okay.
They lied through the teeth in the history of popeship.
Doesn't matter.
The early popes, in the 13th century to the 14th century, 15th century, they all lied to.
Of course, that I don't really care about that.
Okay, let me ask you then, since you're here. What if God lies to you?
But that's a problem. God never lies.
Wait. I'm not questioning you. I'm just hypothetically speaking. What if he lies to you? I know whether he lies or not, but I'm just asking you. I don't care if you believe or not. I'm just asking you. If you find out that he lies to you, I'm just.
Let's go in. If we go just.
What's going to happen to you?
Well, he must have a purpose.
You can ask me back, what if Buddha lies to me? And that's very disrespectful, by the way. Continue. I mean, let's deal with these Catholics here. You better be careful when you word these questions.
Hypothetically speaking, I don't mean no offense to you or to your disciples or your gods, but
my gods?
But I do have.
That's insulting. Gods work for me. I don't work for my gods. Are you kidding?
But what would happen if
Buddha lies to me?
Basically.
Right at the tip of your tongue. Just spit it out straight. Like us Buddhists, we don't beat around the bush. We don't soften the blow. Or if Buddha lies to me, never happened to me before. What about the rest of you? What if Buddha lies to you? Serious. What if Buddha lies to you? Jubi, what if Buddha lies to you? Huh? Chongyin, what if Buddha lies to you?
예, 잘 따르겠습니다.
I will follow him.
And lie? And lie too? Oh, good Lord. Okay, 8. We will let people ponder a little bit about this. If we ask them, what if God lies to them, then it's fair they ask us, what if Buddha lies to you?
There's several comments on YouTube and one question.
Only several comments? They should be nuking us by now. These are, taboo topics.
PT asks, Master, how can we sever our desires rather than end up suppressing them?
Okay, let's hold that off. I still want to discuss the God and the Buddhas here.
Derek,
And your mother.
Derek said, I've met people that think Buddhists are no good in business because they are pushed over, they don't lie and don't get angry. Jane said, unbelievable that Master follows up the news about Wang Li Hong.
Because I'm not Chinese, I don't deserve to follow the news. Wait a minute. That's discrimination. Okay, next.
Ping Teng Ching Ching said, someone I knew one day found out the mom was manipulating a situation. It was the mom's idea, but the mom said it was the dad. She was shocked and distrusted the mom since then.
Okay, emotional scars. Look, there's some people, if the people you trust and they lie to you, like your mother, your father, I mean, there's some real psychological scars, emotional scars that Mary Jo makes a living dealing with. Yes? Oh, job security. Yes?
Chris L. say Wang Lihong has been in the news all week.
Okay, someone comes to my rescue, thank you.
Derek say, if the Buddha lies to me, my conclusion it was a lie was a false thought.
The lie?
The lie itself was a false thought.
But Buddhas don't have false thoughts. She's speaking nonsense. She's a blind Buddhist devotee. Yes, 9.
If Buddha lies to me, I would understand that it's for my own sake.
2 Colombian. Yes, 1.
I think Buddhists, they can lie using skillful means?
They can lie using skillful means. That's too Buddhist. It's just too Buddhist. We cannot reveal this, okay? Let the world believe the Buddhas lie, let the Catholic, if God lies, then Buddha must lie too. Yeah, right. Anyone else? Okay. In answer to the Catholic question, what if the Buddha lies, which is rather insolent? Okay. Buddhas are perfect. How could you ask a question like that? Here. The answer is you can do anything if you go to the Dharma. I'm not going to answer you. I'm going to let Master Shua answer you. Okay? You're insolent, disrespectful, irreverent question. What if the Buddha lies? The Buddha cultivates the Dharma, and therefore he can do anything he wants. Yes, follow up. 5.
So that means the Buddha lies?
Yeah, he can. That's what he says. He can do anything he wants. He lies. He speaks the truth. He steals. Whatever he does. He steals from Peter and gives it to Paul. What is the difference? The difference is that the Buddha, what he's talking about here, what Master Shua talks about here, is I'm sorry, I disagree with him. When you cultivate the Dharma, you cannot just do anything you want. That's wrong. Okay? When you cultivate a Dharma, you must be truthful. When you are the Dharma, then you can do anything you want. Is it clear? The Buddha is the Dharma. What I mean by that is that when you cultivate the Dharma, you are not enlightened yet. That's why you're cultivating. Buddhas don't cultivate. They are the Dharma. They live. Everything they do is the Dharma. You are not enlightened yet. Everything you do is confusion. There's a difference. In Buddhism, very clear. Either you're enlightened or you're not. There's no in between. Okay? If you're not enlightened, you're confused. You do things that are wrong. That's why the Buddha had to appear in the world to teach us how to stop being confused. That's what this is about. Okay? So whatever he does is what he does. We don't understand. Okay? And I know Catholics are going to steal my line. Of course, whatever he does. We don't understand. The difference is that Buddhas and those bodhisattvas are enlightened. What is a lie to you may not be a lie at all, because you're confused, because you're not enlightened. Yes, 8.
Freddie McBride said the Buddha lied when he beckoned a little kid who was about to fall into a well by calling him his come candy, come here, lies to accomplish more important goals.
Yeah, a lie is really not a lie. You see, a lie is a lie in the strictest sense. It's not true, but it's not a lie to enlighten people. Enlightened people look at that as a skill in means, like someone said earlier. It's a skill in means in order to help others, to save people. When you're confused, you lie because you serve yourself. Stupid people. That's why you can't be trusted. You're too confused. You constantly lie. Who's going to trust you? Even your own mother wouldn't dare trust you, just 8. Because she knows you lie. My mother, she lies, but she knows I don't lie. That's why she trusts me. But she doesn't like me. Yes.
Shannon McGough said, Master, I've been getting afflicted and angry about everything lately, like my evil twin has been showing up instead of me. The weird thing is, I've been able to sit longer without pain. Help.
How can I help? Endure it. Today, it rained. Yesterday, it was sunny. Cultivation is like the weather. Some days are good, some days are bad. It's like the seasons. Sometimes it's cold season, rainy season, sometimes bright and warm seasons. Just endure it, and that's part of the process. If cultivation is a smooth sailing, you never learn. Cultivation is totally unpredictable. What you can for sure expect is that things will never be the same. I will not teach you the same thing, I guarantee you. Because the teaching will change as you change, as you get better. It's just like your education. What you learn as far as algebra in the freshman year is different from algebra in your PhD program. Totally different. It's the same name. Cultivation is the same thing. The instruction is the same thing. They're not the same. That's why I chuckled when people said, were quoted Master YongHua to me, what he taught his disciples. I said, that's not for us. It's not for me. It's for losers. I don't mean that. Not. Yes, 8.
Chris L. said, if Buddha lies to me, I would think that maybe I was being tested.
He's another blind follower. Go ahead, Conk.
Master, to me, there are only two types of people. I like or I don't like. So I've never trusted anyone in my entire life. So I don't know how to trust someone. And actually, I don't know what does it mean trust. So,
The two kinds of people. What kinds of people again? She's the
who,
same girl
who
as
I
was Santa
like
Claus,
or
right?
who I don't.
And I have replied her. How did I reply to her? I forgot already. She asked, Master, is Santa Claus real? And what did I tell her? Huh?
He will bring you a red car.
What? Oh, yeah, so it's yes. Santa Claus is real. Oops. So what are those two kinds of people for this Santa Claus believer? What did she say? Repeat that. Two kinds of people.
Yeah, people whom I like or people whom I don't like.
It has nothing to do with truthful people, huh? Just whether you like or not.
Yes.
Master Z, you have a lot of work to do. So she doesn't know what trust is. She doesn't know. So because she sees that everyone lies, and she cannot trust anyone. Let me ask you, Shin Kong, do you trust Master Z? Careful.
Sorry. No.
Careful. No. Mary Jo, I think you have to refer this heavy duty case to you. She's hopeless. One, yes.
Master, all my patients lie to me.
My disciples too. What else is new? They lie, they kill, they steal. I mean, why do you think the Buddha appears in the world? Because he knows we all lie and kill and steal sometimes, in our lives. Yes, it's so sad.
Master Ping Teng Ching Ching asked, Master, was it a lie when you said, oops, I didn't mean it, referring to the comments that they are losers?
How did you know? I mean, okay, I'm refuse to answer that. I take the fifth, yes. Yes, Jim. One.
I have a follow-up question on the topic of the Avatamsaka from yesterday.
Finally, yeah, thank you.
We were discussing the bodhisattva of light and the bodhisattva of sound.
Yes.
And if disciples or people are praying to them and they perceive this light or this sound, are they perceiving them through the organs of the ear and eye? And if they are these perceptions considered dusts?
Yes. What's the question again? That's Buddha's definition. Anything that goes through your ear organs, your eye organs, are dusts. That's Buddha's teaching, not mine. Okay. Oof. An easy question for change. Okay, and there's no answer to this. Okay, to the fact that Xian Kung doesn't trust Master Z. But let it be known that she doesn't trust Master Z at all. And because of that lack of trust, she'll have to eventually regret it. You know what I mean? What to do? Well, it's normal for you not to trust people because of these emotional scars, these emotional attachments. That's why if you continue to practice, okay, it's not about trust or don't trust anymore. It's about to be able to resolve those scars, get some stuff to remove the scars. You know, like when you have surgery, they have things, scar tapes, they have scar gels that will help you, remove and minimize the scars. Medical people, do you know? That's commonplace. Okay, so there are always, the most important thing is that for Xian Kong to dare admit that she doesn't trust Master Z at all. And if you are willing to confront your own problems, there's always a solution. That's Buddhism. If you keep on lying and denying that you have a problem, you know what? The Buddhists and the sages will respect your desire for privacy. When you lie, you basically say, I don't want you to know. Leave me alone. Please respect my privacy. Okay? I don't want you to know. I don't want others to know. And therefore the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas says, okay, as you wish. But guess what? Those emotional scars are there. Those problems are still there. They don't get resolved. This is the worst thing that could happen to you. You're not willing to admit that you have a problem. It doesn't get solved. It doesn't get resolved. If you feel that there's no problem, then it's there. And it will bite you in your butt every single day. Every single time you manipulate people, you lie to people. We know, but we don't say anything. Why? Because your damn privacy. Who cares? It's your life. Who's hurting? You think you're hurting others? No, you're hurting yourself first. In the worst way. Because you are not a good model, not a good human being. Who's going to like you? You can't blame people for not liking you or not trusting you and cause people who believe in Santa Claus not to ever trust you or anyone else. That's how damaged you really are to humanity. And you get what you deserve. It's no one's fault but yours. And you blame on us? Oh, you don't like me, you're not fair to me. You don't trust me. How can you be trusted if you don't even trust yourself? You don't even dare look at your own faults, your own ugliness. And this is very Mahayana when we cultivate. If we look at our own ugliness, in order to fix it. Remember, in the morning, you look at yourself in the mirror. And what do? So that you can, see? That's why you look, so that you look presentable. Unlike Jim, I mean, hey, Boris Johnson, does he ever look at himself in the mirror? Anyone, please? What do you think? Show me a photo of Boris Johnson. Someone, please. These Asians don't follow the news at all. I mean, this Boris Johnson is one of my favorite politicians. He lies, he cheats, he steals. You can't trust him at all. But I love his hairstyle. He's the only politician that has this hairdo is unique of all the politicians in the whole world, in the history of mankind. You know that? He's the original politician. That's why he's stuck in my mind. Look at the photo of him. Oh, wow, I love this guy. The guy has class. Look at him. He got elected as Prime Minister of United Kingdom. That country's in trouble. There you go. I just offended the British people. Look at that. Look at that. I don't think he even has a comb. That photo there is because he goes like this. It's disgusting. I mean, it's so remarkable. How did he get elected? I mean, there must be some kind of style for, generals, for prime ministers, presidents, emperors. And they elected a queen, and the kings and princes in the UK, and they elected this guy. This things in life I don't understand. Thank you. You see that? So anyway, so the point about lying is that, okay, I stress to you, you cannot just do anything when you cultivate. This is wrong. Okay? When you cultivate, you cannot lie. Okay? Unless you are enlightened. Unless someone said you're enlightened, and then maybe you can lie. But if you're not enlightened yet, you should not lie. That's my point. Okay? Yes, 8. Before I finish my point and move on into safer grounds and more or less controversial, no wonder I need the energy to lecture to you, because I get attacked all the time and disrespected all the time. Yes, 8.
Pingtong Chin asks, when you are not able to trust a proper Dharma or instructions that are beneficial to your cultivation, then it would be a matter of blessings rather than trust. Is this right, Master?
No, don't go there. You don't know what you're talking about. If you tell me you have a problem with trusting issues, okay, that can be solved very easily. If you ask me, Mary Jo said, well, it might take 5 years. Okay, but for me, it's very easy. Trusting issues. It's not that I'm scared of your problem. I'm more scared of you lying to me. That I can't help you. You lie to me, look at you, okay, and that's how you want me to treat you? Fine, be that way. I won't touch you with a 10-foot pole. But you tell me I don't trust you. I don't trust Master Z. Everyone trusts me, I think, except for my mother. She knows me too well, she says. It can be, the trust issue is not a problem at all. Okay, it's very easily solved. But let Master Z figure it out. Okay, so Here's the problem. When you lie, and there's a question I didn't answer, right? The first question I didn't answer, okay? So make a note of that because I forgot what it was already. The point here is that I need to stress to you, okay? While you are cultivating, okay, it's very important for you to absolutely not lie. Because if you do, you will not become enlightened. It's very hard for you to become enlightened. If you lie repeatedly, forget it. Okay? It cannot be solved, that problem. If you lie occasionally, it can be solved. Okay? Not I encourage you to do that, but if you are a compulsive and chronic liar, you will not become enlightened. You're untouchable. No one would bother with you. That's my warning to you. You are left at your own devices. No one would bother wasting time touching you because you cannot. You're not real. Whatever you say is not true. So why bother wasting time? So it's a lot more damaging than you think. You think you're outsmarting people. Actually, that thought of trying to outsmart someone is one of the most stupid thoughts you can ever produce. And that's why smart people who think they are too smart for others, and therefore they feel free to outsmart others and pull the other strings, they are the most stupid people in the world, in the universe. I assure you. It's easy to lie and fool people who are not smart, but you cannot lie and fool the bodhisattvas and the Buddhas. That's impossible. So therefore, these people say, hey, I pull people's strings that easily, and then by force of habit, they try to con and lie and cheat the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, thinking it can be done. It can't. Okay? You're only hurting yourself. So you go for small gains. That's how stupid you are. There's no challenge in lying to people who are more stupid than you. Lying to people who are so much wiser and smarter than you, see what happens. They laugh at you and say, okay, you're too stupid, why bother? And this is why in this Dharma ending age, it's very difficult to become enlightened because lying is a way of life. Lying is accepted. This is what I appreciate in Master YongHua's Dharma. One of the first things I picked up, because it used to bother me so much, that people lie and lie and lie and lie. I couldn't relate to people because of that. Okay? And Master YongHua is the first monk who dared tell me that if you cultivate, don't lie. He's the only one I know of. Everyone is afraid to point a finger that this pandemic that goes on in the human race, everyone lies. It's okay. It's not okay to lie. If you want to be a decent human being, you want to be a trusted mother, a trusted father, you have to be yourself. And we're not talking about the standards of lying. Let's face it, make it clear. You know when you lie. Don't tell me what is a lie. You know when you lie. You know you're lying on purpose. You're full of shit. And everyone sees it. That's why you stink. You know that? You stink because you lie. Yes, 8.
Su Tran said, best not to say anything than to lie. Daniel Wisniewski asked, why not to tell them straight than that they are lying?
Why confront them? It's their own lives. Why do you want to confront people who are lying? It's none of your damn business. They lie because they choose to lie. Who are you to tell them? Because you're better? Because you have these moral issues with people who lie? What's the matter with you? People lie, people steal, people kill, people eat, people sleep. That's normal to them. That's how they live. Who are you to tell them it's wrong? He's in Poland. He's Polish. He's different. Here in America, we respect people's liberty and freedom. They choose whatever they want to do. They want to vote for Trump, go for it. They don't want to get vaccinated, go for it. There's nothing wrong with that. We are such a liberal and all-embracing society that we can cope with it. We're not going to impose an authority on you and say, okay, if you don't get vaccinated, we're going to shoot you. Because we're strong enough to be able to embrace your strength and your weaknesses and learn to live together in all our imperfections. That's what I love about this system. We're not fake. Yes, we embrace people who are radicals, people who are, who are wrong. We still embrace them. We still call them Americans. We still allow them to vote. We don't put them in prison because we just disagree with them. We don't destroy their lives because they're wrong. That's America. Yes, 8.
Brady McBride say, what is killing this country is weasel. Words penetrated by corporate vampire attorneys.
Careful. Sarah is married to an attorney. Hey, McBride.
Daniel Wisniewski said,
and my ex-wife is an attorney. That's why I don't get along. Yes.
well, Daniel Wisniewski said, well, isn't it universal with unity, each individual, but consciousness unite? I'm living in Canada, by the way, basically America.
Basically North American, not South American. I mean, not American. You're North American. No. What was his point again?
Isn't it universal with unity, each individual, but
Nonsense.
consciousness?
No, it's all talk. Don't believe all the nonsense. Hey, listen, Whiskey. I don't remember his last name. I only remember Whiskey. Sorry. Hey, listen, Whiskey. Don't read words and just repeat those words. In Buddhism, it's a matter of integrity. When you say something, you must know what it is. Okay? You talk about your consciousness unites. You better tell me. You better have experienced it. Don't just read it and then repeat it. Just like the Catholics. He said, I read the Bible, says so and so. I said, have you seen it? Have you experienced it? I believe. Have you seen him? In Buddhism, we need to we check the facts. And we encourage our followers to check the facts. That's why I'm teaching you. I'm teaching you Chan in order for you to check the Buddhist teachings and to check my teachings. Okay? That's what we do. That's what makes us different. That's why we're not afraid of people who don't trust us. Okay? We're not afraid that people think we're lying. Or people slander us. It doesn't matter. Why does it matter if people, those lowlifes and losers who do those stupid things, what they do is what they do, who cares? What matters is the Buddhists and Bodhisattvas. They verify it. And that's why they call Bodhisattvas. I don't know how true the Buddhist teaching is. Let me tell you honestly, I don't know. I never met the Buddha. Have you? Have you talked to the Buddha, anyone? And why do I live in Buddhism? Because I believe in this one person I met, Master YongHua. And everything he tells me, 98% of it is true. The other 2%, he pulled my legs, and I'm not unhappy about it. I'm not happy about it. I'm unhappy about it. Okay? But his excuse is that he's cultivating, okay? And therefore he could lie. He could do anything he wants. That's why I disagree violently, vociferously. Just because you cultivate a Dharma doesn't mean you can do anything. After you become enlightened, you can do anything you want. Okay? So that's why the 2% is so small, because I forgive him. As someone said, he lied in order to benefit me. Okay? But he's an enlightened person. That's why he does what he does. We cannot compare ourselves to him. And he's enlightened because someone verified he's enlightened. You cannot tell these, like he's Catholic, say, I'm enlightened, I'm, whatever. No, someone has to verify, certify you're enlightened in Buddhism. You can't just claim yourself you're enlightened. And the person who certifies you is actually already enlightened, not just another idiot like you. Is there a number? No? 5.
This time, I don't agree with you too much. I think your master.
This time? You mean, have you ever agreed with me?
Good.
Let's be truthful. Yeah.
I think when your master, I don't know if he lied to you or whatever, I think he did it to benefit you, because if you say he was enlightened, I don't think
that's just what I said. He was enlightened. He lied to benefit me.
Yes, but even if it's too...
I wish he didn't lie. He didn't want to benefit me. I'd be a lot happier. I'd be retired with a red car somewhere in the Bahamas already, instead of doing this nonsense. Is that your point?
No, not yet. I don't think... I think he was truthful to you 100% of the time.
You see, it's so typical of the Catholic. I believe. Could you verify he's 100% truthful?
I cannot verify, but you just...
Then stop talking about it. You lack credibility. You talk like that. You cannot verify. Don't say that. Don't say it. Then say so. I can't verify. Therefore, I can't speak for myself. I'm no authority on this. You have nothing to add. But whereas my point being that I haven't met the Buddha yet, okay? I haven't seen the Buddha yet, okay? But my teacher is a sage, is a bodhisattva. If he says, I believe that the Buddha's teaching is true, then I believe him. And that's why I believe Buddhism. You see, this is how it works in Buddhism. You understand? We don't all have a chance to see the Buddhas. That's why he has to send bodhisattvas all over the world in order to help us develop that faith. Because otherwise, we'd be victims. They're charlatans. They say, I'm enlightened. I trust me. And the only people I trust in the world are Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. That's it. Unless you are a certified Bodhisattva, I would not trust you. It's very simple. That's why the system, the Buddhist system is based on authenticity. It's verified, it's certified. And that's why you don't need to see the Buddha. You don't. But we have bodhisattvas all over who certifies the Buddhist teaching. That's what they do. That's why they're here. Yes, 8.
Anna Laura said, Daniel is not Catholic.
He's not a true Catholic, you mean, Anna? Daniel is sort of like, he claims he's Catholic, but deep down, he's actually Mormon. What do I know?
Daniel Wisniewski said, Catholic Daniel sounds like a bishop.
Catholic Daniel sounds like a salesman.
Alex asked, how do I make sure I don't lie to myself? How do I see the roots of my skandhas that are lies that seem invisible without proper teaching?
Well, keep practicing and get better. It's too complicated. Lies. Here's what happens. Since it's a good question. This guy asked good question. But I'm not willing to answer his questions because I want him to do the grunt work, cross his legs, and do the pain. He has to earn his lessons. Okay? He can say, tell me, so that I don't have to work. I don't have to endure all this nonsense. It's not nonsense, man. Okay? Here's what happens. Lies is a very nebulous topic. In Buddhism, there are definitions of lies and so forth. You go to Vinaya school, they have clear definitions. What is lie to you? What is lie to me? It's different. Lie to you is different. A lie that you make is different than a lie that I make. Okay? The different criteria for who you are. Okay? But it's very precise, clearly defined. Okay? That's number one. Number two, it's more than just that. It's not cut and dry like that. It's black and white like that. Okay? For example, I'll give you an example. Some happens in monks too. There's something called arrogance. You lie because you're arrogant. You think you're better than you really are. Sound familiar? Look at yourself in the mirror. You want to find someone who's like that. When your hair grows back a little bit longer. You know what I mean? We all have moments in our lives where we actually lie, spit our lies out of arrogance. It's very commonplace. Shh, don't tell those liars, okay? They'll use it as an excuse. But it's commonplace. Monks do it all the time. I do it. Okay? And then there's more. So that's why there's a lot of different circumstances, lots of different reasons or cases that that it requires wisdom for you to understand. But all you need to do is follow the recipe, follow the instructions, cultivate a Dharma eventually, okay? Eventually, after you become enlightened, then you understand, then you can be taught. Before that, the more you know, the more you get confused. That's all. Because if I explain to you the lies and the different cases, the different so forth, it takes a long time. And then, because in your current state of confusion, okay, you will misinterpret it for sure. I guarantee you. This information is for people with wisdom. It's not for confused people at all. So it's not, keep it simple. As you are cultivating right now and you're not certified being enlightened yet, conclusion, don't lie. Stop it, cut it out. Every time you decide to lie and you know you're lying, you should be ashamed of yourself and say, hey, what kind of person am I if I lie? I'm just hurting myself. No one else. I'm the worst. I'm the worst. The most that has to hurt from my own lies. Trust me. Once you become enlightened, you see, yeah, that's right. When every time you lie, you're hurting yourself in a worse way. It's so more damaging than you think. And you keep, you're too smart, you can figure it out. No, you can't. That's why you're not enlightened yet. Yes, 8.
Derek asked, someone lied while telling a story to my team. I just went along with it to avoid making an issue. Would I be lying because I didn't say anything, so in a way makes me complicit with this lie?
Who told you to reveal that it's a lie? No one asked you. No one asked you to reveal his lying. No one asked you that to help people understand the truth. Not in your business. If people want to believe, they believe. They want to believe it's their problems. If people want to lie, let them lie. It's none of our business. We're talking about ourselves. You want to open your real wisdom. You cannot lie. You don't want to lie. That's all. It's not going to happen overnight. Just like the trust issues with my Santa Claus believer, it will get resolved. It will take a little bit of time, but it will get resolved because you do it by building blocks. You stop lying about certain things, for example. You stop lying to certain people, for example. You cannot go from a chronic liar to a not honest person. All you can do is you stop lying to your husband, for example. And you stop lying to your Santa Claus. Okay? You pick so that you can say, okay, I won't lie to these people. I won't lie about this. Okay? And that's how you reduce the confusion. Understand? Every time you lie, it's like you create so much dust, so much waves in the water surface. You can't see through, you can't see clearly anymore. That's why it's so damaging. So you stop agitating the water by stopping lying. In some cases. Okay? Of course, when you are a salesman, you have to lie, right? There you go. I mean, people. Of course. It's not reasonable for us to stop lying. When we're selling, we have to lie. That's just life. Okay, that's why when you realize you don't want to do it, you have to choose. Say, okay, I will stop. These areas are sacred. I will not violate these areas. And that's how you regain, that's how you rebuild your heart, one piece at a time, systematically. You don't just say, I'm going to stop lying. That's not possible. Okay? You do it gradually. Just like the Santa Claus believer. You don't believe people, you have to start believing Master, for example. Because Master will teach you how to believe. And believe that. You can believe that. You don't have to believe Master Z. He has to prove himself. I'm kidding. It's okay, Santa Claus will fix everything. And that's not a lie. Okay? You do anything. This is wrong. I don't think he means it, but I don't want you to get this impression. I know what he means, but let me stress to you, okay? I don't care you are his disciples or my disciples. This is not something you want to believe. This is wrong. This is not what it sounds like. Okay? It's too complicated to explain to you. Cut it out, okay? Just don't lie until you become enlightened. I'm very precise. His statement here can be misinterpreted. That's why I disagree with him. You understand? Okay? But to simplify it, I say, become enlightened first, and then do whatever you want. Until then, cut it out. Is it clear? Yes, water bearer.
아까 왼쪽 발목이 부어서 방가부자를 하라고 하셨고, 세라님 다시 할게요. 왼쪽 발목이 붓기가 다 나아서 결과부자를 했는데 붓지는 않았는데 아픈 상태인데 예전 같으면 그냥 아파도 그냥 원래 그냥 아픈 거니까 했는데 이게 부었다가 정상이 된 상태가 얼마 안 됐어서 이거를 다시 풀어야 되는 건지 그냥 계속 예전처럼 결과부자 계속 해야 되는 건지 질문드립니다.
Master, I have a question. Because my left ankle was swollen, you suggest me to go ahead and sit in half lotus. So that problem is resolved. So I start to sit in full lotus position. And so my ankles are not swollen, but it just hurt. Should I unbuckle or should I just continue to sit in full lotus?
If it hurts, then let it heal. Don't push it. There's no need to push it.
Yes, Master.
Okay. Any other? There's a question that I did not answer. I remember. We put it aside, and a question and a half, but the other half I can ignore for now. The first question.
The question back then was, when you are not able to trust a proper Dharma or instructions, what are beneficial to your cultivation, then it would be a matter of blessings rather than trust. Is this right, Master?
Is that the question? I thought it was another one.
How can we sever our desire rather than ending?
Yeah, that one.
Suppressing them.
Sever desire rather than suppressing. Who asked this question?
PT.
PT?
Capital P, capital T.
I don't know how to answer it because that Depends on who you are and where you are and what you do and what you want to do. There's so many variables, it's not possible. But the general answer is it's possible, of course. That's why Buddhism excels at helping you do that. But each case is different, each person is different. Okay? So for example, the people I know who lied, okay, who lies constantly to everyone, to me, to everyone else, and I don't say anything. Okay, same thing. If you have this desire and all these things, and that's it doesn't mean it needs to be addressed right away. It cannot be addressed yet. Okay, so that's why it depends on who you are. And so it's very specific. You say, I am Catholic, I have so many desires. Okay, and my name is so and so. Then it's different. When you say, there's no cure-all pill for your ailments and your afflictions, your problems. No such a thing. If it were the case, the Buddha would have just given us a special magic pill here and fix all our problems. That's why he had to send a live person called Bodhisattva to come and help us out, help us individually. That's right. You have to be helped personally. Because your confusion is different from the next ones. Okay, and what's the wrong question again? The one you thought was my question. Now you can't remember. Technology, isn't it amazing? We can do so much, and all of you are contributing from all over, from Canada to Korea to San Jose.
平等精进 as when you are not able to trust a proper Dharma or instructions, what are beneficial to your cultivation, then it would be a matter of blessings rather than trust. Is this right, Master?
It's true. Yes, it's correct. But you can't trust the Dharma because of the people. Don't inspire your trust. The two issues. Okay, number one, you don't have enough blessings to encounter the Dharma. Okay, meaning that you never really planted blessings with that particular Dharma. So that's why you haven't planted the seeds in that field. That's why you cannot reap the harvest. Am I making sense? Blessings is like planting the seeds, those rice in the rice field. You need to plant the seeds, the stalks of rice, before you can harvest the rice. You cannot expect the rice to appear from nowhere. You have to plant, you have to work for it, you have to plant the seeds. Okay? Don't expect to eat without planting the seeds. You cannot get rice. That's the only way. Okay? In terms of cultivation. So yes, you have to plant the seeds. That's number one. But also very important, you don't just plant the seeds anywhere. You want to believe that particular master, you have to plant the seeds with that particular master. I believe Master YongHua even though I never planted the seeds with him this lifetime. But I planted the seeds with him in my prior lifetime. That's why I never doubted him. Which is very unusual. Because I don't have a problem with trust issues too. All the people around me lie and lie and lie and lie and lie. I mean, it's just so disgusting. It's so depressing. But I met this monk here, and I believe everything he said immediately. That's because I planted the seeds in his field blessings already for so long, for so many times, so many lifetimes. That's why I trust him totally. You cannot go get rice from other people's fields. You have to be allowed. You have to have the authority. You have to have the right to go harvest the rice from the field. And that's from prior conditions. You have to do something in the past to be able to do that. So it's correct. All right. Yes, Daniel. Non-Catholic Daniel, according to Anna.
I have a question, actually more personal question. I've been fasting for 5 days. Well, almost going to be 5 days at 10 o'clock. And I've been feeling awful, to be honest. Awful. Should I continue with fasting or should I stop it at 5 days?
Should you continue? You feel like continuing? Don't lie now.
No, I don't feel like continuing.
Honest to God.
Honest to God, I don't feel like continuing.
Why not? Honest to God.
Because I feel horrible.
Okay? You hate this horrible feeling.
I do.
Okay. Are Catholics that weak? Serious, we Buddhists would never have this problem, right? We would never have this problem. The Catholics, when they're suffering, they say they want to quit. My kitchen manager, she's hurting so much for 36 days. This is 36 days going on 37. I scolded her last night. I said, what did I say? I don't remember. I'm too old, getting too old, Alzheimer's, too much suffering. But the point is that you think you suffer more than someone who's in fasting for 36 days? Huh? You see, you should become Buddhist. I mean, we toughen you up. This is a Buddhist temple, man. So you're going to behave like a weak Christian at a Christian church, a Catholic church? This is a Buddhist church. So you're going to quit tomorrow? Is this 5th day or 5 go on 6?
5 go on 6 tomorrow.
So you have how many more hours until the 6th day?
Well, today is going to be at 10 o'clock will be completed my 5th day.
You lied again. See, I got him lying as usual. He says, this is 5 going on 6. No, this is go on 6. It's still 5 days.
Okay, so yeah, this is the 5th day, so tomorrow...
Stop lying to a Buddhist monk. 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock meaning that you only have like 25 hours left to go to the 6th day. Think about it. 25 hours. You know how fast it is, 25 hours? Just start counting. 1, 2, Mississippi 3, Mississippi 4, Mississippi 4, 5, Mississippi whatever. I'm too hungry. Mississippi 10, you know. Go on the 2 days. You can do it. Be more like Buddhist, not less weak. Catholic, strong Buddhist.
Okay, Master, go 2 more days.
2 more days. Look at that. Yeah, look at that. Huh? Yes, 8.
CY Wong asks, worldly people refuse to hear the truth and they are happy with lie?
That's a question or a statement.
At the end, there's a question mark. It's a question.
It's none of my business. Why do I need to comment about the world or Republicans or Democrats or Boris Johnson? What is it to me? Why should I comment about that? Am I some sort of philosopher or an idol or something? I can't care less. The world people lie is their problem. It's not my problem. I don't care about you. Because you're here, you want me to teach you something. Now I care. Now I do it. But whatever the rest of the world wants to do is none of my business. Why should I care? I don't know how to answer that. So except say, I don't care. Yes, 9.
Master, when you do fasting, do the fast start like counting from your
24 hours, yes, sir. 24-hour cycles. The very second you stop eating, it counts. Tick, tock, tick, tock. Okay. Okay, now we still have 20 more minutes. Let's continue.
你就怕你不是专为修法。
I am only afraid that you're not focused on cultivating the Dharma.
好像你要是去工作有工作啊，你专为的工作，那你也可以，这也一样的。你去或者做工，我告诉你。
For example, you go to work. If you have work and you are focused on the work, that's okay. That's the same. You can go to work.
以前我有一个破地方。
Let me tell you, in the past, I had a rundown place.
我每天早上3点钟起来自己做工，自己聘请啊，自己晚间到晚上11点钟。
I got up at 3 o'clock every morning to work. I, by myself, worked until nighttime, until after 11 o'clock at night.
我一个人的时候，他在我自己做工都是我一早起来修理身体。
I was just by myself. At that time, I worked by myself. It was always just me, getting up early in the morning to fix this and that.
只要你真是为的修行，为的护持道场，你做什么都可以，就怕。
As long as you're truly doing it for cultivation, for protecting and supporting the temple, you can do anything.
Stop. I disagree. This is wrong. Just because you're protecting and supporting a temple, you cannot just do anything. It's just common sense. In America, there's rules, there's standards. We just can't do anything we want. Okay? I don't know where it's going here, but I don't want you to misinterpret this. Just because he says so, I disagree. Okay? And this is the wrong instruction for you. Again, go back to, if you're not enlightened, cut it out. There's some rules, some regulation. Even though you're protecting and supporting the temple, you cannot lie, you cannot cheat, you cannot do whatever. Because you have no wisdom. You're only making matters worse. Just because you're cultivating and you see that how poor I am, and therefore in order to protect and support me, you go out and rob a bank and then go to a Ferrari dealership and get me a red car. Is that okay? I would not complain, but it's still not okay. Hint, hint. Go on.
啊，人家那儿用功，我这来躲懒偷安，那就不可以。对一切的事情里边都有好处，也有坏处啊。
I am only afraid that while others are applying effort here, I am being lazy here. Then that's not acceptable. There are benefits and downsides in everything.
真正为修行，这是好处啊！借着这个题目，去懒惰去，这是坏处。
Truly doing it for cultivation is a benefit. Using this as an excuse to be lax is a downside.
Stop. This is the standard Chinese instructions for cultivation, for doing Chan. You see this, you hear this everywhere, you read this everywhere. You hear it especially from all the great masters, Chinese masters, enlightened ones. So this is how the Chinese train the people, and they are extremely successful. Okay, this is a proper teaching. Okay, this you cannot go wrong. Okay, however, there's a danger to taking this as the only way to cultivate. I rank this as instructions for Hinayana, Mahayana. So, therefore, this instructions here for a certain set of people. Okay? And that's fine. If you do it this way, there's a danger where eventually, down the road, when your teacher, like Master YongHua, disappears, then you're stuck with this Hinayana instruction. And he's not there to undo it for you. And that's why you stop making progress. That's the problem with this. The instruction here is typical of the Chinese Hinayana, or traditional way of thinking, training. I don't like it. I want us to do different. I want us to catch up with them, you to catch up with them. Most importantly, not about me, it's about you. You need to catch up with them. If you follow the same instructions here, you'll be just like them. You'll be progressing at the same pace as these people. And you have a problem is that eventually, okay, when you reach a certain level, this becomes a problem. So it's okay to listen to this and be aware that you look at his students, his disciples, they have a problem. Now he's not there anymore because they follow this recipe and they're stuck. That's all. You have to be aware of it, that's all. So at some point in time, you become enlightened, and then you realize you're not making progress anymore, and then I would tell you, this is because of this instruction. Then go get help, okay? The instruction can bring you so far, but it will cause a problem for you. Just like I said earlier, I said the Koreans are very good at working hard, not being lax. Sounds familiar? Huh? And then eventually that becomes a problem. Remember that? It's a similar kind of thing here. They are not lax, they work very hard, and they cultivate seriously, they're very sincere, eventually run into a wall. Okay? And when that happens, make sure you look for help, because you cannot fix it from this instruction. You follow this instruction, you'll be stuck. Like his disciples are stuck. And they don't know how to fix it. He trained them that way. So all his disciples only see this. My training is different. That's why I can see this as a problem. Yes, one.
I was wondering, is there any written instruction that can get you past this? Or, I mean, do you have, or it seems to me you have to find a good knowing advisor to solve this.
If you follow my instructions, you would not have this problem. That's why I'm cautioning you, especially to those losers. I'm very blunt about this. You follow this, you end up being a loser in my eyes. You'll be stuck. You should know. You should know that when you're stuck, better time to change, time to look for alternatives. Don't be so proud. This is all my master teaches. It's got to be, it's got to be the ultimate. No, it's not the ultimate. He's not a Buddha. What are you talking about? Buddha's teaching is the ultimate, yes. But even so, remember, he taught the sound hearers, the Hinayana people, they stuck as well. But what did he do? He says, these people are stuck, so I'm going to do is that because that's all they can do. That's all they got. That's all the blessings they have. I can take them so far only. So he sent bodhisattvas to help them plant more blessings. Tonight's session is very important. You listen to it carefully. There's a lot of hidden lessons here, which will affect your cultivation for a long, long time, for many more lifetimes. Listen to it over and over again, 40 times, 100 times, 1,000 times. There's a lot of important points here tonight. That as you improve, you'll understand the hidden meaning on tonight's talks. It has many, many layers, I assure you. And the bottom line is that I disagree with this type of training. I don't like it. All due respect, not for our generation. I don't want you to be limited by the Chinese. We are Americans. This is good for them, not for us. Let them apply them in their own kinds, the Chinese. We are not Chinese, let me tell you. We may not be white, but we are Americans. I mean, I may not be white, you may be white, but I'm also American. So we have to be better. If we want to catch up with the Chinese, you got to do better than them. Our instruction has to be better. Our training has to be better. Because all we have, if you follow the same instructions here, okay, them Chinese disciples have 70 years ahead of you. How are you going to catch up? You follow the same path. If you follow the same path, you think you can surpass them? Old man? Yes, 8.
Master Pingteng Chinching asks, what does Master mean by he sent bodhisattvas to help him?
Well, you find out. There's a hidden meaning. Ching. Tiếng đàn chính chính. Yes, old man. I mean old monk. 7.
A Di Đà Phật. Hồi nãy giờ nghe nhiều quá thì con không có rút lại được cái đại ý. Nhưng mà con hiểu ý thầy là mình không có viện cớ mình tu mà mình nói dối hay mình phạm giới. Chỉ trừ khi mình giác ngộ, có phải vậy không? Tức là cái lời khuyên của Hòa Thượng nè, thì Ngài cho là làm cái gì cũng được, miễn mình tu Pháp thì mình có quyền nói dối. Mà mình thấy ở đây là mình không có được nói dối gì, lấy cớ là mình tu. Có phải là cái ý ở đây như vậy không?
Master, we've been discussed a lot of points. I don't remember everything, but is that the bottom line is like Master YongHua said, like as long as you cultivate the Dharma, it's okay to tell a lie. But Master say we should not only after we attain enlightenment. Otherwise, we should not break the precept. We should not tell a lie. Is that true?
That's correct. I respectfully disagree with that teaching. My teaching is totally different. My teaching is that if you are not enlightened yet, do not lie. Even, let me take a step further, even after you're enlightened, you should not even lie yet until you get to 7th ground Bodhisattva. That's how precise my teaching is. You want to get the 7th ground Bodhisattva quickly, do not lie. That's why I disagree with him totally. That's why I made sure that you understand my instructions is for you Americans. You 21st century Buddhist cultivators, not for them Chinese people. This is for the Chinese people, the Chinese system. We are an American system. We are the new, liberated from the Chinese shackles and slow method of practice. Because time is of the essence. They have plenty of time. They have plenty of structures. They have centuries, okay? Hundreds of centuries, thousands of years. And they have the time to build it. We can't have that kind of time anymore. Our world is falling apart. Climate change, Republicans, no politics tonight, remember? Climate change. What else is a problem? EVs is a problem as well. Someday you see EVs is a huge problem, okay? And the politicians simply jumping a bandwagon because it's sexy, because it's appealing to people, okay? EV is a big problem for us. And don't expect the engineers and scientists to tell you. It's not going to happen. Huge problem. But so our world is falling apart around us. We cannot afford to go slow like the Chinese anymore. We need new technology to speed up our harvest and make it more abundant and make more people, help more people become enlightened. We cannot go slow like the Chinese anymore. Look at the Chinese, what Master YongHua did in 50 years. What did he leave behind? I am not impressed. I'm upset, actually. Yes, 8.
Bình Thường Ching asks, Master, so should we still listen to Master Hua's talks on our own or only with you?
There's nothing wrong going listen to him, okay? On your own or with me. It doesn't matter. What he teaches is the proper Dharma. I'm not saying it's bad Dharma. I'm just saying that if you learn that his Dharma, it's a proper Dharma. But look at what he produced. That's my point. Compared to what I produced. Facts speak for themselves. I'm being more vocal nowadays because I quietly trained my disciples for 15 years. Now my time is running out. I don't have time to wait anymore. So, again, I stress, it's the proper Dharma. However, it has its problems. It has its limitations on the upper range. That's what bothers me. That's all. So you go with his instruction, you can go very, very far. But to me, it's still not far enough. So listen to both. I've always maintained that you need to listen to him first, because that's the base. And eventually you have to listen to me. And sometimes my instruction will contradict his, because his is too slow. With all due respect, Master. I adore him. He's the one idol in my entire life where I'm so grateful I have a chance to still see him alive, because it gives me hope in humanity. There's such a human being like that. There's hope for us. If I have, my entire life, I look for a person I can look up to. I finally found one. I'm so grateful for that. But that's him. I'm more concerned about you in the future. We don't have much time left. You don't have much time left. How much more time do you think you have? I don't have much time left to be around you anymore. I will get, in 20 years, I will have no more strength to keep on doing what I'm doing. And it takes that long to train you. You understand? About 20 years, I will start, ghosting. We'll have to slow down. I'm being, but so if you don't hurry, you don't run into the same trap here. It's 9 o'clock. Can we postpone the question till tomorrow? Okay. Thank you, everyone. Good night.